going on, everybody? I'm back at it again with another review, and this time we're going to be taking a look at this Future Gohan Kit that I received from Instagram. The kit was made by Manson Chow and Liumoyou. They are from Instagram. They're from China. This has nothing to do with Demoniacal Fit or any other third party. I don't even know if they'll be making any more, but I was able to receive one a couple months ago. I came across this on Instagram, and being a huge Gohan fan, specifically Future Gohan, I wanted to buy one. So it's finally out now. I finally received mine after waiting a long time, a couple months. For those of you who also back this project, you know how long we've been waiting, and good things come to those who wait. He's finally here, and as you can see, I already have it assembled. And in this kit, what you get is basically you get the head sculpt, you get the arm piece right here, you get the sleeve for both arms, and then you get a sleeve with no arm. So this is with his arm cut off, obviously. I didn't put this one on, but yeah, that's basically what you get. And you also get 2 decals for his kanji on the back of his uniform. I already put mine on. And that's about all you get. So in this review, I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of you have already seen a review of the actual figure body that he's on. So we're just going to be taking a look at the actual head sculpt. And I'm going to be talking about some other things about this figure because it was a little difficult putting this together. I know a lot of people have been asking me questions, how to put the arms on, do I have to cut the arm peg off? And I'm going to get into that as I go through this video. The other thing that he also includes with this set is a small amount of putty to make stuff stick if the head doesn't stick on your figure. So for this figure, I used a Saiyan Raised on Earth Goku body, but I was able to remove the kanji in the front so it can be more accurate. I've seen some people use the other Goku from the Broly movie that might be more accurate colors on the wristbands and the belt. You might have to paint the belt, but as you can see, the coloring is a little different here. This is a lighter blue that's darker, so that's one thing that it's a little off on the suit, but to me, I think it looks perfect. I think they did a great job with the kit, especially the head sculpt. So that's the first thing that we're going to take a look at here. I believe this is an original sculpt that the artist did. The hair is painted very nicely, sculpted very nicely as well. He's got his scratch on his eye, very nice. I don't believe his head comes apart like the other Figuarts. I haven't tried it yet. Feel free to do so when you get it, but it looks like it might. Looks like the faceplate might remove, but there are no other faceplates, which is a little disappointing. I think that he should have came with more faces. Maybe he'll do a powered down version, but for now the Super Saiyan version is just as good. And one thing I want to remind everybody about this kit is that this is a third-party product, and the individual who made these kits, he painted them by hand, not by a factory, so the chipping of paint can happen very easily. It happened to me several times on this figure when I got it. By accident, I scratched some part of the paint here and on this arm, but I was able to repaint it. But as a warning to people who are getting this kit, be very careful with it. Don't wet it. Don't try to scratch the paint off because it will come off very easily. Another thing I want to note is that the head goes on very easily. As you can see, there is the ball peg right here. And then on the inside of the head, he's got a small hole right there. So that just goes right there, clicks on, head stays on just fine. The only part that you're gonna have to mod is the arms. And I'm just gonna do it on a different figure because I don't want to scratch up the paint on this anymore. I had to repaint some parts, like I said. So here's the original figure. Depending on what figure you're using, most of them are the same in the way that they're made. The arms you're basically going to, I guess I can do it on this arm because it's already been through a lot. So you're basically going to heat up the arm here and take this piece off, the original piece, and then you're gonna put the sleeve on. Here are the extra parts that I have from the same Raise on Earth Goku. This is the upper arm bicep, and this is the part of the shoulder that comes off. So you're gonna put that part on there. After that's on, you're going to have to remove the arm from here. And according to the manufacturer, you have to cut this part of the peg to make it fit through, because apparently, I don't know why he had us do that, because I'm thinking, I want to tell a lot of people here, I don't think you have to cut it. There was a small piece of plastic that was in this hole that the peg broke through, so you don't need to cut that extra piece off. It can go through just fine. I can probably buy another Figuarts Goku and redo it, but you don't have to cut that part off because there's a very small piece, a thin layer of plastic that can be broken through by a pen or a small screwdriver. So you can get that piece of the peg to peg right here so it locks in place, because right now, although it is on there and it's sturdy, it will not fall off. It comes out. If you want it to be perfectly locked in place, you might want to see if you can poke through that hole without having to cut it. And then of course there's a hole right here where the part of the shirt goes through, and it goes through pretty easily, like so. And then you're gonna have to remove, like I said, the upper part of the bicep to slide it through here. And that's pretty much it. It's very simple. I recommend that you heat up the original figure. So you would heat up whatever figure you're going to use as a base to make the custom. And then you're gonna go ahead and put the arms on. Very simple process. If you do it slowly, you take your time, you can get it done fairly well, like I did. One thing I want to mention is to swap the armless sleeve. It's going to be the same process. You just poke it in right there. And then since he has no arm, you don't really need to do anything with the arm. That's if you want to have him displayed without the arm. The other thing I want to also note is about the kanji, the custom water slide kanjis that he comes with. He comes with two, so in case you mess up, it's a water slide decal, so you put it in water and it comes off, and then you can put it on the figure. Mine pasted on rather clean. And one thing that I will recommend that you guys do, since I don't think he sealed this custom kit with a sealer or a paint coat, I would recommend that you use this flat spray. It's what I use for customs, just to give it that extra finish. I just did it so the paint won't chip. It has that extra layer of spray over it, because I don't think that he sealed the paint when he made this, because the paint was chipping off a lot on the arms, but I was able to paint over it, so it's not really a big deal. But yeah, you're going to want to put the kanji on and put the arms on. And the next thing, if you're going to want to get super detailed, you can remove the kanji here. So that was a little painstaking process that I had to do. I basically use acetone nail polish remover to remove this with a Q-tip. It's not as clean. I might revisit this with a different body, but for now it looks good. The other thing you might want to do, instead of using a Saiyan Raised on Earth Goku, you can try to use a Demonical Fit Super Saiyan Gohan, because that uniform already doesn't have a kanji on both sides, so you can just use that. And I know the belt is inaccurate, but you can maybe use a belt from another figure. That's also another suggestion. But overall, I really recommend this kit. If he makes any more, I would definitely pre-order one. It took a long time for him to make these, And for some reason, the tracking when I got the tracking for the package, it didn't update when it got to the US. It just only tracked in China. And then I just barely found out that it got delivered yesterday. There was no tracking at all whatsoever in the US. So I would say this took maybe a month to get here, which is expected because it's from China. So be patient. But I definitely recommend it if you are a big Gohan fan. The head sculpt is what makes this figure for me. I think they did a great job on it. It looks exactly like the character. And you don't really need to do anything else. It's a fairly simple swap. I don't really see why he said that he wants us to cut the arm joint, because I think it's possible to do the custom without having to do that. And if you have a spare Saiyan Rays on Earth Goku, you can try to do this custom too. I know those figures are fairly easy to find. I had 2 of them. I might get a 3rd one just because. So yeah, that's gonna be it for the review. You can follow my Instagram. I might post some more photos here. But that's gonna be it. Thank you guys for hanging out.